Welcome back to another video. It's been about 7 hours since I probably made a Wingbits video, so I figured it's about that time. It's overdue. So this is going to be a very quick video. I know that's always sarcasm on this channel, but this is not going to be a long video. Just kind of a reminder, hopefully to get some people's attention with some things that are kind of going on right now. And just for disclaimer purposes, I don't work for Wingbits. I'm not compensated at all by Wingbits, not getting paid by Wingbits or anything like that. This is just me, my own opinion, what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing, and that kind of things like that. Before we go any further, the usual spiel, please just do me a favor, hit that like button. Again, it's not saying that you do or don't like my pettiness or begging for referrals or anything like that, that you approve of that or don't approve of it. It's basically you're helping out the Wingbits algorithm, that when people are looking up Wingbits, as Wingbits gets more momentum, you hitting that like button helps YouTube spread that out to everybody who's looking for Wingbits content. And, you know, as a new project, they could use the help. Also, consider subscribing to my channel. I appreciate all the support I get, 27,500 subscribers. I never thought I'd get past 100. Again, I appreciate all those. Hit the bell notification so when we have these quick updates, there's going to be a lot of updates coming out between Wingbits and some of these other projects going, mainnet and stuff. You might want to catch all that. So let's get to it. All right, so the countdown is on. From the time I'm making this video right now, you have 7 days left. By the time you release it, probably time I release it and y'all get to see it, probably got 6 days left. I still see there are people asking about Geosigners in the Discord and everything like that. By now, if you have a DIY device, that means a device that you took a Lipotator, a Pi, old helium device, or old computer like I did. You know, I didn't really do that many videos on it, but you know, I did take some old Lenovo's that I had from previous projects and stuff like that that are old. They run an i5 processors and stuff like that. Hell, they're probably close to 8-10 years old, and you know, I formatted the hard drive, put Ubuntu or Debian or something like that in it, and those are actually running a couple of my Wingbit stations. For those of you who are waiting for high-fix stations, we're going to discuss that towards the end of this video, but this is not for y'all. The high-fix stations do not need Geosigners. So again, I'm not making this a long video. Y'all should know by now what Geosigners are. I've did several videos on them. This is a video I did about some things that we've learned over the last couple of weeks from doing Geosigners. Here I'm discussing the little SDRs. We've seen several people who take these out thinking that the Geosigners replace them, or they accidentally knock these out or get them loose from the USB hub, and it causes issues. And I do have another video out, the Wingbits Geosigner unboxing setup video. Again, if I can remember, I always forget when I produce these. If I can remember, I'll link these to the end of this video so y'all can see it. But this kind of explains unboxing and setup. It's not that difficult these days. Y'all should kind of know it by now. Again, I have those videos to help out. So a couple of things is I'm still getting Geosigners in. I've gotten so many in because you have to remember, I've told you before, I actually, I have people who are hosting my stations. Some of these I delivered straight to them. Some of those people weren't going to be available, so I have them delivered here. I also help friends at work, my sister, other friends and stuff like that, that I help maintain the devices for them, or different scenarios like that. So I got theirs coming to me. I just had one of theirs because they were kind of late ordering it. Just came in Friday, which was 2 days ago. Didn't even unpack it because his station is going to have to be moved. He's a grandfather station, but it's only getting like 2 wings a day. And it's in another hex of one of my better stations. So we're working on possibly moving it either back to him with Texas. That's Fluffy. For a lot of y'all who know Fluffy, I've seen him in my videos doing some AMAs and stuff like that. And we're trying to figure out another place for it. But anyway, I digress. So either way, I still have these things coming in. I have like 5 of these things just right here, all. And now I have 7 days on top of everything else I'm doing. Y'all seen the video I just did with the Mardi Gras. Been dealing with that. Now we got St. Patrick's Day next weekend. My son's got some senior stuff going on with high school because he's graduating. I'm running out of time, but hey, I play along with the game and the rules just like y'all. This is really just a reminder video to try to get these things plugged in before next Monday. Monday the 17th is the deadline. Now, before anybody asks, I don't know. I didn't go look it up, but I don't know if this is an exact time frame. I don't know if it's midnight. I don't know if it's 11:59 p.m. before the 18th, or if it's midnight at Monday morning. So technically it's at the end of the 16th. I don't know. Just get them installed as fast as you can. One thing I want to remind everybody about is I showed it in that video. The video that of like the tips and tricks and that kind of stuff like that. I showed where one of the boxes that I use a box that's like this, and there are several of these Geosigners. These are watertight boxes. They stayed watertight through hurricanes and stuff like that. But these Geosigners, I have somewhere. I just plugged it in. That's a lip potato right there, and I plugged this thing into the lip potato in that box. It never even ran the antenna outside. I made sure that the little crown part of the antenna is the crown. The Wingbits logo is up. And I'm getting like 17, 18, 19, 20 satellites through this. So don't think you have to go and run this thing through another gland on the bottom, another, socket or something like that. You don't. Two of my hosts that have set this up so far, the device is inside their house and they somehow are running just the antenna wire out to the antenna. They have the Geosigner inside with the antenna inside, and they're getting 15 or 16 satellites. So if you've been putting this off, thinking that that you're worried about, how are you going to do it? How are you going to run the antenna? What's it going to look like? Just try it first. Just quit procrastinating, plug it in, and just leave it there. Make sure the little crown is pointed up, because that is the sensitive side that's supposed to be aiming towards the satellites. But try it inside. You'd be surprised. All right, so now that we got that kind of finished, again, if anybody has questions about Geosigners, feel free to reach out to me. But I do have some people who are reaching out to me about getting additional Geosigners. From what I understand, the allotment is gone. They knew almost close to what they needed. They had a couple of extra for any that had issues. I know there are some people who are still waiting for these who did order them. If you ordered one and you haven't got shipping information yet, or the biggest thing is if there was like less than 1% of the total that was shipped that got stuck in some kind of customs craziness. If you don't see your shipping thing moving again, and this is for the Geosigner, not the Wingbits devices from HiFix, strictly Geosigners. If your Geosigner is not moving with tracking, go create a ticket either through Discord or contact us on the website, Wingbits website or something like that, and let them know what's going on so they can look into it. I mean, I see people complaining. They got people who go on Discord complaining that they haven't received this yet. They haven't got shipping or anything. The deadline's coming 7 days. And then we'll ask them, well, did you create a ticket yet? No. What are you waiting on? You got 7 days. They have some people who said that they've missed the sign up date for, signing up, but they did have a DIY device before the cutoff period. But I don't mean to knock anybody. I know it's very late at night for me, but how do you get into a brand new project that's still on testnet and not continuously check the Discord? I don't know. So for those who lead very important lives and unable to check the Discord, hey, go check the Discord, keep up to date with it. But what I was getting at, some of those people missed the message and the emails and the other emails about signing up through the dashboard. Again, they apparently never checked the dashboard, but it says add shipping info. They still didn't order this yet. Contact Wingbits, because what's going to happen is I think you're going to have issues. But if your device has been online that whole time, it should, I guess I don't know how that's going to work out. For the people like me, where one of my stations that's in Florida, let me see which one it is. This one right here. So what I did is I have some of these things, so I didn't, even though you can interchange them if you get 2 or 3 of them, for me and my sanity, I labeled each one. So in case one goes missing or something like that, I know which one kind of goes to what. So like my Florida station, if y'all follow me, because I am the Gestapo or the godfather of the Gulf. Time for a new hat. For the Gulf, because I have stations all around the Gulf of Mexico, Gulf of America, whatever y'all want to call it this week. This guy won't be back in town till April. So what am I going to do? I'm SOL. Not that I'm fully using that language, but the problem is he ain't gonna be till April. I have another one that's on top of a silo somewhere. The silo and elevator's broken till April. Hey, what I did is I let the team know so they don't think I'm trying to screw anything over. But these two right here, they won't get hooked up till April. What's going to happen? I'm going to lose rewards on that. My machine is not going to get booted offline. I'm not going to lose my hex or anything like that, because those machines are still online, still producing data. I just will not get the wings, whatever I'm getting on those 2 stations. Luckily, they're not too crazy of rewards, so they ain't going to hurt me that bad. The Florida station, I think, is doing like 4 or 5 wings a day. The host thought it'd be a better location, but when you look at Google Earth, he's got trees all around there. But it is what it is. This one right here, I got to get to my buddy's house in New Orleans. When I wanted to go over the weekend, his old lady had some kind of horrible flu. I wasn't going nowhere around there. So I'm going to have to wait till next week. And then this is another one of a buddy's house that I have to get to. I have a week to get to him. If you can't get that Wingbits device, the Geosigner device hooked up by the 17th, you will quit getting rewards. You will continue to be online, and you will not lose your hex. At least that's what they're saying for now. I don't know if there's going to be eventually that deadline for that, but as of right now. Now, for the people who order devices, if you want now, for those who just kind of stumbling new into here, you cannot get any more DIY device licenses. You have to buy the devices now from HiFix, Helium Deploy, or some of these other sites. Right now, from what I'm told, any stations that are being purchased now will come in around May. So it's about 8 weeks or anything like that. We're still waiting for devices that we ordered back in October, November. Those are supposed to start shipping out last week. People are asking if anybody's getting shipping that information. They haven't, but they're shipping them out kind of, I guess, in small batches or something like that. But they are starting to be shipped out. If you're interested in getting one of the devices, please consider using my code, which my code gets you 10% off. And these devices, like the standalone station is like $300 or $400. You're saving $30 or $40. The combination device, the Wingbits GeoNet devices, which several of y'all are purchasing, we all, a lot of us in GeoNet. GeoNet is a great project. I'll go ahead and add the little symbol down right here too, because I'm running it on a solo station and it works very well. And it's got some pretty good rewards. I mean, the last I checked, I was making about $6 or $7 a day, $200 a month, maybe somewhere around there. I'll take it. But those devices are starting to supposedly move. I'm not sweating it. If you have a hex, if you have purchased one of these devices and you have a hex that's reserved, Wingbits is on top of HiFix distribution, knows how those stations are being not shipped out as quick as they possibly thought. Now, everything I read at one time said Q1 2025. We still have 3 weeks left, 2 weeks, 2.5, 3 weeks of Q1 2025. Hey, it might go into Q2. It ain't the end of the world. But if you purchase one of those and you're worried about your hex reservation, they are going to work with you and get your hex reserved longer if your station has not arrived yet. So those people who are concerned with that, don't worry about it. They're going to help you out with that. Also, make sure you're in this Wingbits Discord. Again, I don't mean to throw no shade, as the kids say, or anything like that, but how people in the testnet project, part of testing and giving feedback, and you're not in their Discord, you know, it's stranger things, I guess. But you can go check this on their Wingbits and their announcements where they're giving updates as they get them. Again, please remember this. Wingbits did not they don't want to be in the manufacturing or the shipping business. And right now is a perfect reason why, because you got people in there, I call them trolls, but they're not really trolls because they did purchase their thing. But you got people going there like every day asking, what's the shipping update? Has anybody gotten shipping updates? Has anybody gotten trackers yet? All you got to do is search the Discord. You're going to see that there's nobody talking about it yet. So apparently they didn't. Don't come in there and troll. And people in there like, this represents Wingbits. Wingbits is not in the hardware game. They distinctly did not want to be in the hardware game just because of stuff like this. For if there's issues, they don't want to be involved in it. HiFix is the manufacturer, the distributor. They distribute to all these different websites that sold devices, including HiFix itself. And it's up to them to get it out correctly. Yes, it has Wingbits' name on it, but it's not in Wingbits. You know, people like say Wingbits' name's on it. Wingbits cannot control this. They can contact them, tell them, hey, get off y'all's butts and, you know, try to get this stuff out a little bit faster. Y'all told us it was going to ship last week. Nobody's got shipping labels yet or anything like that. Well, what more can they do? They're on top of it. Trust me. I know these guys, and I know these guys are on top of HiFix trying to find out, you know, what the shipping updates are. So everybody calm down a little bit, but you can stay in this Wingbits. Check the announcements. They also do have their information on the HiFix setup that you can go to and check that out and just kind of breeze through it if you want to start looking into, you know, different parts of it. I thought it was kind of weird. I've never seen an antenna with a TNC connector on it. So those of y'all who think y'all might, you know, get a head start by buying an antenna with an N connector on the bottom, ain't going to work here unless you put some kind of adapter. I don't like adapters because adapters equal loss, but I don't know how many antennas we're going to find with TNC. I have been told by somebody who tested one of these, they have had some good results with this antenna on here. It's only a 3 dBi, but you know Grumpy, and you know one of the first things I'm testing when I get mine in is I'm testing antennas on top of this thing. Hey, that's what I started doing 2 years ago when I started this channel, and you know I'm gonna test it out and put it through its paces and see, you know, what kind of results we get from it. So going back to the Discord, you can also see that they got instructions on Wingbits onboarding, and you can go check that out. And if you want to, you can start kind of perusing through that, check it out, and see what it's about. So you can kind of get an idea and get a heads up on that kind of stuff. And if also you want to read some more about some of the previous updates like this, you go up here and read about, you know, how they're shipping some of these out. They built first 2,000 units. Those sold around the middle of December. So anything after that will be the second 2,000 batch. And those should begin shipping around mid to end of April. Listen, I love my Wingbits guys. Mike Axie has been a very good friend that I've gained. At least that's how I feel. Helped me on a lot of stuff. I'm willing to bet a pineapple pizza. That's the ongoing joke at Wingbits on this mid to end of April date. But who knows? Who knows? I know some websites are saying May. This is the HiFix website. Again, $495. So hey, you're saving $49.50 using Grumpy's code. But it clearly says right here, this will be for your second batch. So your shipping and delivering lead time is approximately 6 to 8 weeks. I understand there's some websites that say longer. I don't know where HiFix.ai will ship to and not ship to. Again, I have a code for this and Helium Deploy. Some people are telling me they're seeing websites that say May or June. You might want to look into this one. If this one might be a little quick, Hive fixes who's manufacturing these, we'll see. Again, I don't want to get too into the weeds with all this stuff. I've been through a lot of it already with y'all, and I don't want to make this video longer than it already is. So check out my other videos about Wingbits, everything they're doing, what they plan on accomplishing. Don't listen to the doubters. But I'll also say the usual spiel, like every other crypto YouTuber should say, is we're not future tellers. This is not financial advice. This is gambling. We don't know what's going to be here today, tomorrow. I always say nobody saw the FTX debacle happening and people lost billions of dollars. You never know in crypto. Never know what's going to be successful, not successful. I can tell you how Wingbits has paying customers. They told us who some of those are. We know, kind of the data that they're selling and that kind of stuff like that. So we at least have those type things. They just also invested in a satellite. There's a lot of things going on I've covered in my videos. I feel very good about this project. So I think it's going to do very well. What the ROI is going to be, what kind of time frame, what kind of price we're looking at, we have no idea. That stuff is still, we haven't TGE yet. We don't know. So people keep asking me for approximate price on things. I think they got a $10 billion token supply, which at one time it was 100, and we all voted to let them to reduce it to 10. Some people want to see it reduced even more. If you reduce it even more, you're just going to get less rewards, and whatever tokens you have now is going to be reduced by the percentage of whatever the token supply goes down to. So it don't really matter at this point. If you have 100 tokens worth 1 cent or 10 tokens worth $1, if my college math is right, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. So y'all forgive me if my math's wrong, but my point is either way, it's the same thing. It's just the optics of what it looks like. I do put this disclaimer here because at some point, hopefully they will have paying out tokens, and I get flamed in certain discords when people talk about pump projects just to go sell. I have never sold any projects of any of the ones that I cover. Other than maybe grass, when I did an airdrop of that, I might have sold a small percentage of it during the hunting season or something like that. Other than that, all these projects I'm in, Demo, Soarchain, Silencio, with all their drops they just did, I have not sold any of those. And prices are too low right now. I stake as many as I can just to keep building. But I still put this disclaimer up here to let y'all know that, hey, any of these projects, I'm going to sell when I'm ready to sell. I don't need anybody else's permission. So y'all keep up. Mondays, I have my videos about all the different projects I'm in. I didn't do one last Monday, so tomorrow should be pretty interesting. Or later today is because actually it's Monday. So it'll be Monday when I'm dropping this video. And then Thursdays, I'll do a live where I don't have really any structure to it. I just come on live, and it's a group chat thing. We just all chit chat about different projects going on and, different things like that. It's pretty cool. So I don't want to make this any longer than it is. Keep up with Wingbits. Any new updates, I'm going to be dropping shorts. Y'all make sure y'all join my Twitter X, because I'm dropping anything that's important. I'm reposting there also, so it's going to be quicker for y'all to see. We have a Wingbits Facebook group, also an unofficial one, and actually there's 2 of them on Facebook, so I don't know how much longer I'm going to keep mine going for, because I created my unofficial Wingbits one because the other one wasn't active for months, and now it seems to start getting active again. And if that one can keep up be active, I'm just going to close mine out because there's no reason to have 2 of them. I'm in too many projects, too many YouTube channels. I got 3 YouTube channels right now, plus a side business. I don't need to be keeping up with 2 or 3 Facebook groups. I already got 2 or 3 I have to deal with. So check those out. I got links in the description below for them. So thank y'all for watching, and see y'all in the next video.